a lot of teachers that say, trust the universe. If you trust, all will be well. Life will flow. Abundance will come into your life. Your body will heal. You will find a partner. You won't be alone anymore. All these things, as if we only trusted, all the good things in life would come to us and life would just become one walk in the park with pink shaded glasses. I think these teachers are confused. Trusting is not the answer to a life in a bubble of sweetness. It's just not true. What I think our problem is when we've had a life that has been difficult is that we kind of forget that life is everything and that we are worthy of not only the experience of what is hard, but also the experience of what is good. Hey, beautiful. How are you doing today? I'm not exactly sure how to start this video because I want to talk about trust, but in kind of a different way. Have you ever probably been going through a really hard time in your life and then you meet some well-meaning people and their answer is just trust, just surrender, just trust the universe. Just keep saying everything always happens for the best. Just trust. It's actually not wisdom, and it's not truth, and it's not enlightenment. And as you're going through a really bad time in your life and things are just coming down on you, I don't know about you, but when I hear that, I kind of think, well, like this. Because it's like, no, sorry. When everything is hard and you're in pain and you're going through all kinds of things and you're afraid, being told just trust is just not realistic. Sorry, it's just not really happening. When you've lived through a life or through a long period of time where a lot of things have gone wrong, have been difficult, and you're kind of living, waiting for the other shoe to drop, you can't just trust, because what we know, what our body is carrying, what our cells are carrying, what our memory is carrying, is full of trauma and full of proof that things will not turn out well, because every time we thought it was just about to, something else happened. Lately, I've had some good things happening in my life, and it's all kind of new to me, so I've been looking at life's blessings and a sweeter life like coming to me and questioning and analyzing and pondering a lot of things. And I've been feeling like life is trying to teach me something new, and it's doing it one bit at a time, because to me, trust is like taming a wild animal, like taming a wild horse, or taming wildlife that comes in your backyard. You cannot just say to the thing that you're trying to tame, oh, trust me, come, have no fear, there will be no more hurt, and I'm here for you. It's something that is acquired and developed through gestures and through proof that there is trust there to be found. Like, I'm kind of playing both parts, right? The one that's trying to tame and the thing that's being tamed. So, as usual, you have to a little bit stretch your mind to follow the way I express things. Just who I am. So, as the tamer, the universe, life, God, is trying to get your trust, there will be those gestures of giving a little bit of food, and then the tame thing is slowly coming, getting a little bit, and then it's like, it skitters away because it gets freaked out, because it's reminded of all the bad things that happened before when it came to humans. And there will be a back and forth, and trust is developed through time and through action and through proof and through slowly opening your heart and learning that you can trust. So my thinking these days is that a lot of teachers and coaches that say, trust the universe. If you trust, all will be well. Life will flow. Abundance will come into your life. Your body will heal. You will find a partner. You won't be alone anymore. All these things, as if we only trusted, all the good things in life would come to us and life would just become one walk in the park with pink shaded glasses. I think these teachers are confused, or they are misguided, or they're practicing spiritual bypassing, for which I actually made a video and I will link it. Hey, please subscribe. It makes a huge difference. The AI will promote and show my videos to other people looking for what I'm saying. If you subscribe and if you like this one, put a couple likes on some other of the videos. That's how the algorithm picks up on things. And I would truly appreciate it. I love doing what I'm doing. And when I see the appreciation, it's like everybody else. See that what we do is appreciated, motivates us to do more. So please like one more video, and if you're up to it, please just subscribe. Thanks. Because trusting the universe doesn't mean that if we do that everything will be hunky-dory, and that no harm will come to us, that we will not suffer, that we will not have hardship, that we will not still have disease, divorce, loneliness, that lack of money won't be present. Trusting is not the answer to have a life in a bubble of sweetness. It's just not true. It's not realistic. It's not what trust and what life is, because life is everything. We are the ones who label things as good or bad, or what we want or don't want, or what is desirable and not desirable, welcome or not welcome in our life. Life is everything. So when we trust, it means that we should trust that our life will unfold as it is meant to. Because when we don't trust, we are tightened inside. We have a grip. We don't allow life to flow. And therefore, we are kind of leaving the flow of what our life is meant to be. When we are told to trust the universe, it's to trust that the essence of us, the soul of us, the true self, the higher self, the part of us that is immutable, that will be safe, that will be in its integrity, that will be experiencing what it is meant to experience. And that's kind of where we find peace. So when we are told to trust so that our life is just like rainbows and unicorns, and that everything is beautiful, and that when you trust life, you will be rich, healthy, wealthy, wise, and the bunnies will come and eat in your hands, and it's going to be wonderful. No, that is not the truth. And when we are told that and we fail to trust, then it's like we feel inadequate and we feel shame for not being able to trust. So a couple things. One, trust doesn't happen like that. I mean, good for you if it does, like, divine intervention, and you wake up and all of a sudden you trust everything and your life does turn out miraculous. Well, I'm happy for you. What I think we can learn from the idea of trusting and trust the universe is that in order to experience the good stuff, we need to believe that we are worthy of it. And I know we've heard that before, like you are worthy. What I think our problem is when we've had a life that has been difficult is that we kind of forget that life is everything and that we are worthy of not only the experience of what is hard, but also the experience of what is good. That's what we lose track of when we're stuck in periods that are hard. We feel we are stuck and that life is only this, and that we can't seem to experience the good. It's not that we're at fault for not trusting. It's that we have to be reminded that we are here and worthy of experiencing the pain and the good, because we are here to experience all of life. So when life is hard and we are in pain and suffering, we have to try again to remind ourselves that it doesn't mean that we are doomed and prescribed for this for the rest of our lives. It means that this is what we are experiencing now, and that we are here to also experience the good. And once we remind ourselves of that, it is not necessarily that the pain and the hardship will magically just disappear from our lives. Is that we begin to relax that grip and allow life to flow. And once life flows freely, it will bring in all of life, which means it will bring in abundance, it will bring in love, it will bring in inner peace, it will bring you experiences of beauty and delight, because it will bring to you everything that you are meant to experience going through life, not only the hardship. So my quick recap: if you're going through a hard time and somebody tells you, oh, just trust, if you just trust, everything will be fine in your life. You'll see money will be there. You'll have a roof over your head. You are allowed internally or externally to say, to trust, once life has been hard for a long time, will need to be built. Life will have to bring you some proof gently until you are not so skittish and freaked out every time there's a little rustle or a little bit of sudden movement, and then we kind of retreat in our lair of fear. And it's okay. That's why I'm talking about it now. This is what I'm experiencing at the moment. I'm sure it's a result, I know it's a result of a lot of inner work I've done. But I am experiencing life giving me one blessing and another one and another one without much effort, without any effort. And I'm feeling it in my body right now, like there's a readjustment happening. And I'm allowing myself to really feel it, because it's like something I have never known before. In my life, I have not known ease and things going smoothly and just not, one shoe after the other, after the other, after the other, in spite of keeping hope all the time. So there is a learning to happen. And once it starts happening in your life, really take the time to take it in. Just as we take in the hardship and we kind of, make it ours, and it does whatever it does to our body. When life starts showing us some good things and trying to tame us to the other side of what it has to offer, we have to be aware of that moment and say, ooh, life is trying to teach me something new, and I will be a student and put other things aside to make sure that there's an imprint and a new path and new neural pathways happening in my body and in my energy, so that I start remembering that there is both and that I am experiencing the good. And that makes me think, does it work here? I'm not absolutely sure. But in the movie Avatar, when someone says, Awa doesn't take sides, it just protects balance. And I think the balance is remembering that the hard and the sweetness are all part of life. And super important also to remember is that none of us are stuck or doomed or damaged beyond repair that will keep us in our private little hell. And it's not because hard stuff has happened in our life or that we're full of programming about life being hard. It doesn't mean that we have to remain there. I promise you, I'm finding the other side of things at the moment. Does it mean it's going to last forever? Probably not, because life is about everything. But while it's here, I sure am delighting in it and savoring every moment and just being so grateful for being taught that lesson of that other side of life. So, yes, when people tell you just trust life, maybe they don't quite understand what they're saying if they're just telling you that we're all meant to be here only for love and ease and joy. It's not my belief. When you say trust the universe, trust life, it's about releasing inside so that life can flow and allow us to experience everything. And we are not, I know I just said that, but I think I hadn't completed my idea. When we are through hardship, even if our thoughts are dark and difficult, we always have to keep that awareness door open to knowing that there is something else that we are equally worthy of experiencing. So I will leave you with that. Trust the universe. Trust life. The more you trust, the more you will be living exactly what you are meant to live. And there is no descriptive to that. There is no good, bad, abundance, lack, whatever. You will be experiencing what you are here to experience. But once we open in trust, I think we open to experiencing both instead of just being in the wheel of constantly recreating the bad, because at some point we come to believe that we will never get to the good. So just keep your mind and heart open. Trust. Whatever you're going through right now, it's hard. I hear you. I know what it is. Keep something open, saying, yes, this is my life right now, but I am also worthy of experiencing the other side if I open myself to everything. Not sure if I got my point across. I know for me right now it's making a lot of sense because I'm experiencing something new, but I hope something resonated with you. I love you, and I will see you soon.